Welcome to the Artwork of CP, you guys. If Danielle and I both seem a little bit exhausted, this is what you get. This is what you get on a Saturday afternoon. And yeah, Danielle just finished up work for the season. And then I have been doing a lot this week yeah, slash got throwing a curveball last night, which may require another change. May require another change. I'm fine, but it just may require another change. I'm working on it behind the scenes with someone who knows the Arizona medical system better than I do. And for right now, I'm fine, but it may just require a change. So I know I opened up a can of worms last week in the episode on how we get around. And I know I opened up a can of worms by saying, yes, I have my own vehicle. And yes, I have people that drive my own vehicle. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I did not know about this vehicle until you told me. You told me about the house at Naughty. And so I did not know about this vehicle, nor did I know about the Palantir. So hence me getting the Palantir. When you get a Palantir, you have to, because half the time these Palatirs are not folding Palatirs, you have to get the big, huge van. And mine is not that big. Mine is not that huge. It's actually little compared to those big, huge airport vans. Mine is actually little and compact. I don't know how they fit a big, huge ramp in the back of it. I have no idea because I have no idea just because of mine is actually little to medium size, and granted it granted it's a 12-year-old van, but it's still working. And it has its kinks. It has its kinks. And yes, I've dumped money into this van after I got it. And I was lucky enough, how it went down is I say we because I had help buying this house. We bought, I think it went this way. We bought this house and then bought the Palantir in the midst of it had the house and then decided to go out to California and buy a Palantir outright. And no, this is not covered by insurance. And no, this is not, my Palantir is not covered by insurance. It could be, but it's not. So in the midst of me planning move, the Palantir came into effect. And those of you guys who have been, you don't even have to know me personally. Those of you guys who've been around long enough to know me, because I think I said this before, I resisted a Palantir to save my life. And I didn't want one. But in in the move, I thought, because I'm moving into a handicapped accessible house, and because I'm moving out of a house with stairs and out of a house, out of a place with snow and ice and all that good stuff. I am thinking about the power chair. So my team asked me, do you want a power chair? Yes, this was my decision to get a power chair. Yes, I can still walk with a walker. Yes, I still go to PT. Yes, I still do yoga. Yes, I still do all that. But I can walk. I just can't walk long distances. I've never been able to walk long distances, such as airports and shopping malls, and how we used to put it. So, because of my CP and because of my scoliosis that got fixed in 2006, and because of my spinal cord injury, which I still have, quite frankly, it is gone, and then I still have it because I still have the repercussions of the scoliosis surgery. And the reason why my spine can't hold me up anymore, and the reason why my body can't carry me like a normal person, it let me back. It could never carry me like a normal person could. And I always had the wonky CP gait and a wonky CP stride and a wonky CP looking behind me and making sure I don't fall to the ground. And so hence my CP was stable, hence my back got bad. It got to a 50-degree curve, and then they had to do surgery, otherwise I would have had early mortality rate, to be honest with you. And so that is why I am in a power chair. And now you're probably thinking, okay, great. How do you get around with said power chair? And that is where my vehicle comes in. In the midst of buying, and now I knew this, but I did not really know this because I had never had access to a handicap van in my life. And so, in the midst of buying a power chair, we decided to get a van. And I was lucky enough to not only buy the house off the sale of my dad's house, I bought my van. I also bought my power chair off the sale of my dad's house. So yes, I I was lucky enough to buy this van outright. Now, because this week was so crazy, I haven't done research to say that they do have scholarships for people with cerebral palsy to buy vans outright, but I will do research and we'll talk about that on a different day because um, I am lucky enough that I was able to buy my van outright, used, thank you very much, used, and I have learned a lot in the year of, it will almost be 2 years. It will be 2 years in 2023. And so I have learned a lot in the year I've been down here. I have learned what not to do, what to do when it comes to vans, quite frankly. And when it comes to the van the next time around, which will be after chip shortage comes down a little bit, and then it will be after the prices of vehicles come down. That is when I'm planning to buy my van. And so I have learned that there's a heck of a lot more van modification companies out there than I thought. So either we do a small SUV, which they can modify a small SUV now, or we get a small van again, which I don't mind a small van. I would prefer the small SUV, but I don't mind a small van. I call it big behemoth, but people say driving it isn't that bad. So it's like driving a normal vehicle. Now, granted, I will explain that they don't put the J hooks in when you necessarily buy the van. I don't know if that's because we would semi moving states with that van, or I don't know whether Arizona Mobility, which I wouldn't recommend you guys use Arizona Mobility. Let's just say that. I'll tell you a story later that will shock you, but with it involving Arizona Mobility. And yeah. So I don't know whether they didn't put the drinks in because of us moving states with the van. I mean, we we drove that van. It had its christened voyage from Arizona to California to pick up the chair, and then got driven by another angel out to Aspen, Colorado, where it sat in my lawyer's driveway for 24 hours, and then it sat in another team member's driveway because my stepmom didn't want anything to do with my vehicle. Yeah, so it just was a mess. So typically they don't install the J hooks. They install the ramp, and they installed the ramp. And I know I promised you guys a van load, and I think I'm going to do it at Christmas because we'll have another person help. No, it's gonna be before Christmas, you guys. We'll have another person help because my van is, even though it takes 2 seconds right now for people to do it, my van is not automatic, so someone which is a whole another story in itself, why I learned about vans over and what to do and listen to what not to do. I want a automatic tie down system, and I want a automatic lamp. So all I have to do is press the button on my keys, and the trunk opens up, the lamp comes down, and I roll in the J-hooks lock, and I would take off. Now, Paul, who's ever driving my van, and I say Paul, who's ever driving my van, has to majorly help me, and it's not good. It's not good, and I just they just have to majorly help me because the lamp doesn't come down automatically, and nor do and the J-hooks are a trick and a half. I finally asked the friend of mine who's now semi-permanently driving my van, thank you very much. And I asked him, I said, well, is there a way that I could get to my own J-hooks from the chair? And he goes, no, there's no way you can get to the J-hooks from the chair. So I do that, and I'm like, something's got to change, because those of you who know me extremely well know that I have an independent streak, and I like to be independent, and I would like to assist people where I can when it comes to driving my van, and it's not happening right now. So hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, hopefully they will come up with a better system for those who are disabled and only need help driving the van, and hopefully the depth of van technology would change. So I just have to put hit a button on my keys, the lamp will come down, I will ball right in like I normally do, and I will lock myself in. Hopefully that will come out, and hopefully I am looking at a company in Wisconsin who modifies small SUVs, because small SUVs are the way to go. But I'm thinking that this company, if we don't do it out of Arizona, I'm thinking that this company would do a small SUV, and we can drive it here, but or they can ship it here, but we'll figure that one out. I am researching, and for those of you that have any interest in this technology, and for those of you who know a thing or two about vehicles, help, help, because I am so confused. We needed, I'll tell you this much, we needed something quickly, and we needed something affordable at the time. And so now that we are in Arizona, we can help ourselves to finding a van or have it ships in, or if you know someone who knows someone who can guide me so I can guide my team as to get automatic tie downs, automatic J hooks. That would be great because those of you that know me know that I have an independent streak and I hate relying on people, especially if I can do it myself. And I hate relying on people. I hate relying on people. And so I need to learn patience. Yes, I do. But at the same time, I have an independent streak that won't go away. So basically, that's the trick about my band. And now I promised you guys a house tour way back when. It's been a year now. So possibly that may be coming as well. And possibly a van tour. We'll just have to see how things play out and if things work themselves out. And Danielle is playing on the iPhone. I know she is. No, we, the, no, we, all, yeah, that, what? You, me, no, okay, we'll get to that story in a minute. I caught what she said. Mm. I I kind of inundated Danielle with text messages. Text messages. So yeah, yeah. This is how I run Ask Win, by the way. So you guys get a sneak peek. And so she's not. Oops. There we go. Now I have to apologize and do a live here because I thought she was playing with an iPhone. I didn't realize that to me to get this done. Oops. That's when I had a person say to me, "Look, I'm taking notes on your behalf." This was about 2 months ago. They go, "Look, I'm taking notes on your behalf. So just so you know that I'm not playing on my iPhone." And so just so you know that I'm not, you're not. And so that's what I thought you were doing. Because now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. Oops. But that's okay. That's okay. And we're trying to get, I don't know if you guys follow Chris Schumacher, I believe that's the last name, from Special Kids, Special Books, Special Kids. Yes, he runs a YouTube, so yes, and it's all about disabilities, you guys. So that being said, if any van modification people or people with special needs want to come on the artwork of CP and help me out, educate me on your disability, or educate me better yet on van modification, because we're going through this, I'm going through this process that I need help with. Help. I need major help with, because my team can only do so much and they are 10 hours away. So if I do light work, that makes my team incredibly happy. And if I do more of the legwork, that makes my team incredibly happy. And then I can make make decisions down here and tell them when I see them. And so, or maybe I can email them, and we can get the van modification process. We can start thinking about new van, new small SUV. I probably new van and then a small SUV because cars keep changing inside of my own room. So
Yeah. And are you love chocolate?
what? Say that?
You love chocolate? You think?
Oh, duh, duh. Never mind. Never mind. I know what she asked me. She asked me, do you have or do you want CoPlay? And yes, I do have CoPlay because we, I primarily said, look, to my team when the radio got busted in my van. I said, look, we need a new system and we need it with the latest and greatest technology because if I'm going to be using this van in Arizona, we need Google Maps to pull right up on the screen. And so, yes, I have CarPlay in my van. Do I want a new version of CarPlay? Yes, I want a new version of CarPlay, but yes, I do have CarPlay in my van. I also have
Yeah. But the whole thing with they with on air.
good point. The CarPlay keeps again, again. I'm so by the time I get a new band, I'll get to all the bells and the whistles. No, the good point because the CarPlay keeps updating itself with iOS. Every iOS, the CarPlay keeps changing, and so now I need but most vehicles now come with screens, and that's why when I get a new van, I want all the bells and whistles, and thank you very much. So if you guys know about van modifications or work with companies, help me out here because
Yeah. Mm, mm, so, the so they are uh, seen with so out for everyone on Monday.
on good point. Those of you on the Apple side will get iOS 16 on Monday. Danielle and I have the betas, and so we love it. We love it. We love it. We
Yeah.
love it. Except when I got my phone,
And Monday on the this is the better for my and the raw
yippee! So you're gonna be able to stuff.
nine.
So Good, you're gonna be updating stuff. For those of you who are on the outside, be aware of updating stuff on Monday because this is how we keep this technology going, is updating stuff, and I gotta do some updating on other people's stuff, and
Yeah.
I gotta just updating on other people's stuff. I just realized that. I just realized that I've gotta ask one person to up the dating on other people's stuff, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's my own.
then, my day, you, you, need the phone fund.
So, yeah, well, we've gotta update other people's stuff. Great, great, we gotta update other people's stuff.
And you, 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 need the phone fund on the phone. Monday.
Ugh. iOS, iOS, iOS is a pain. Technology is a pain to keep up with, but it's wonderful when it works. And so, for those of you, as I said, for those of you who have disabilities or who know about the band modifications, help, help, because help. I need it. And it's gonna be a huge project. But the more research I do, the better. And help. So the more research I do, the better. And I am willing to ship a vehicle in because that's the way I roll. But if you guys know anyone in the vicinity to Arizona, that would help out a lot. But I'm willing to ship a vehicle in. And what did you just say to me? And I'm checking text message here. Okay, on Danielle just said to me, on Monday, for those of you that have the iOS beta on your phone, you'll be able to delete the profile because it will be good to go. So yes, so CarPlay will be updated, and CarPlay will be updated, and I need help deciding my van here, which I won't be getting a new van for at least a couple of years, but at least we can start the process now. And I'm going to let you guys go. And
Yeah, you go,
thank you for following us. Enjoy, you guys, and I will do a little bit of research on sample palsy grants for vans, just so you know what's out there. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.
bye.